Welcome to the Great River Road Race Team Wellness Challenge. This challenge is hosted by the Panhandle Worksite Wellness Council and will begin on April the 8th and is 6 weeks in length, ending on May 19th. We have over a dozen companies participating in this fun and inspiring wellness challenge that takes teams on a trip down the mighty Mississippi River following the Great River Road. To begin with, the Panhandle Worksite Wellness Council will provide you with the website address for the challenge. When you arrive at the login screen, to begin with, you'll need to create a user account. Click the Sign Up button. This next screen will prompt you for all of the information needed to create a user account. Simply fill in all of the fields, including your first name and last name, selecting your employer group from the list, and then we'll also need an email address. No worries, we'll only send you email that has to do with the Great River Road Race Challenge. Lastly, you'll select a username and a password, and then select a nickname by which others will recognize you online, and then you can select your avatar. Now let's take a quick peek at the Great River Road Race Challenge. Again, this is a team challenge, and each team will have 6 weeks to make the trek from the headwaters of the Mississippi in northern Minnesota to the finish line in New Orleans. Each team will need to average 380,000 steps to travel from the start to the finish line. Along the way, you'll earn milestones when you reach various river cities along the banks of the mighty Mississippi. Our first step is to join a team, and you must be a member of a team to participate in this challenge. You'll want to make sure that you join the team for your employer group. The team step total is actually an average of the step totals of all members. So we can have teams with varying number of team members participating and competing against one another on a level playing field. Next, you'll need to determine how many steps you take each day. You can do this by using a pedometer, or you could use a wearable fitness tracker or a fitness app, or you could even turn your smartphone into a pedometer. You'll need to know how many steps you take from the time you wake up until the time you go to sleep. Then you'll be logging your daily steps. If you're using a pedometer, you'll want to manually enter the number of steps you take each day, and we'll go over this in a moment. If you're using a wearable fitness tracker or a fitness app, you can sync your device with the challenge. Lastly, we want to remind everyone that there's a 10-day rule. So users are only allowed to log their steps up to 10 days into the past. So be sure to log in and log your steps often. There's also a great mobile app you can download and log on the go. Now let's do a quick review. How many total steps are required to travel to the finish line? 380,000 is the correct answer. And how many days in time can a user go back and log steps in the challenge? And 10 days and not one more. Once you're ready to get started, you'll need to join a team. Click on the red graphic on the home screen to join the team for your employer group. Here you'll find a list of all the employer group teams. Scroll down until you find the one that corresponds with your employer group. Click on the team name and then click on the Join button. Next, you can begin logging your steps. If you're using a pedometer, at the end of the day, make a note of how many steps your pedometer is recorded, and then log that total into the challenge using the manual step tracker on the home screen. Here you'll select the date and then enter the number of steps that was recorded by your pedometer and click Add. You can use this clock icon over on the right corner of the tracker to view your 30-day history. This will allow you to see if you've skipped or missed days, or you can also go in and delete an entry and re-enter it in the case you entered it incorrectly. If you're using a wearable device and would like to sync that to the challenge, scroll to the bottom of the screen where you will find the Connect a Gadget button. Click on this device, click on the button, and then click on Connect. Here you'll find a listing of all the devices and apps that you can sync to the challenge. Find your device, click on the black Connect button, and you'll be instructed how to proceed. Once you've started logging steps, naturally you'll want to know how your team is doing in the challenge. And here's where the map can come in handy. You'll see our trip route all the way down to New Orleans, and you'll also see each team avatar posted along the race route. You can hover over any of the team avatars to see the team name and how many steps they've traveled. Keep in mind your view will always be changing depending on where your team is in relationship to the others. You may also view progress using the challenge leaderboard, where the teams will be ranked in order and their average number of steps will be posted off to the right. Along the way, your team will be earning milestones as you arrive at various locations along the Mississippi River. If you run into any questions along the way, please feel free to reach out to the support team by clicking on the Contact Us button in the upper right corner. Here you will be able to generate an email. Click Send, and this will go out to our support team, and they will respond directly to you via email. We want to wish all the teams a lot of luck in this challenge, and we hope you have a great time participating in the Great River Road Race.